Joe Biden has been busy making a few appointments to his cabinet. Yes. So not all of them have been announced or confirmed. There's speculation about a few, but some of them have been. And I want to talk about them, okay? Because they're very, they're very underwhelming. Yes. Antony Blinken. I've mentioned him before, particularly in regards to Syria, right? So I saw this article in The Guardian, and it says, Antony Blinken, Biden's Secretary of State nominee, is sharp break with Trump era. Really? Is that true? Is that so? Sharp break. Let's see what they have to say about this guy, okay? Blinken is very much a born internationalist. He went to school in Paris where he learned to play the guitar, and football, and harbored dreams of becoming a filmmaker. Wow. Before entering the White House under Barack Obama, he used to play in a weekly soccer game with U.S. officials, foreign diplomats, and journalists. And he has 2 singles on Spotify. Oh my God. Wow. He has been at the president-elect side, at Biden's side, for nearly 2 decades. After working in Bill Clinton's National Security Council, he became Biden's chief foreign policy advisor in the Senate in 2002. Then he worked in the Foreign Relations Committee and on Biden's failed presidential bid. Well, there are a few of those, aren't there? Now, take a look at this. On the decision not to intervene in any significant way in Syria, a decision Blinken opposed, he told CBS News, "We failed to prevent a horrific loss of life. We failed to prevent massive displacement, something I will take with me for the rest of my life, or the rest of my days, rather." Okay, so first of all, wow. He studied in France. He plays guitar. On en a rien à battre. Nique ta mère. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit? What does that have to do with anything? What does that mean? I'm serious. What does that have to do with his policies? He plays guitar. And? Bitch, I play guitar too. And I speak French. Can we talk about foreign policy? You just told us, look, in the title, it says sharp break. He's a sharp break with the Trump era. And then when they talk about Syria, 1 paragraph, and it's a fucking lie. This is all they said about Syria. And the irony is, this interview that they're talking about, let's open it up, because I've shown it to you before. I showed it to you last week. This is the same goddamn interview where he tells you, if Biden's elected, he's going to keep troops inside of Syria. So he's talking about, we still have a small number of special forces in northern eastern Syria. They happen to be near where very valuable resources are located, meaning the oil. This is the breadbasket region. They shouldn't be there for the oil, as President Trump would have it, but they happen to be there adjacent to it. That's a point of leverage because the Syrian government would love to have dominion over those resources. Oh shit, hold on, you're telling me the Syrian government, the Syrian people would like to have their own oil? Wow. No shit, you fucking asshole. No shit. No shit. Yes, we would love to have our own oil, you motherfucker. Amazing that you came to this conclusion all by yourself. Who the fuck are you? Go home. And then he says we should not give that up for free. It's not yours. It's not your fucking oil to give up for free. Fuck yourself and go home, you white colonizer fuck. Who the fuck asked you what to do with our oil, you piece of shit? You fucking imperialist cunt. Who are you? This is a sharp break from Trump. That's literally what he's going to do, is continue Trump's policies. How the fuck is this a sharp break from Trump? That is exactly what Trump is doing. You are continuing the same shit. Did you see that mentioned in the Guardian article that I just showed you? Did you see it? They referenced this exact interview. They cited, they linked it. They gave you the fucking link. You can go and read it. Did they mention that? This is the Secretary of State. Foreign policy is the bread and butter. Yes? You talked about Syria. How did you not mention that? How can you not mention that? And the only thing they're saying is that, he's disappointed that they didn't invade Syria on the decision not to intervene in any significant way in Syria. You already intervened. What are they talking about? The US has troops inside of Syria. They're literally stealing the oil in Syria. They've been funding fucking jihadists in Syria. How is that not intervening? You are a fucking actor in the war. What is this shit? What you call this journalism? What is this garbage? And instead of telling you what I just told you, they're talking about his fucking guitar playing. Oh my God. I'm going to bang my fucking hand against the wall. That's it. That is it. That's all they said about Syria in this article. And then you scroll down to the next paragraph. He signed an open letter with former Obama officials in 2018 acknowledging that the initial support that they gave to the Saudi war in Yemen had not succeeded in limiting or ending the war and had mutated into a blank check under the Trump administration, resulting in devastating civilian casualties. Excuse you? No, that's not just Trump. That's you. That's you. You were there. You sold, Obama administration sold $115 billion worth of weapons, including cluster bombs, to the Saudis and gave them aerial support. That was you. There was no fucking Trump. Donald Trump wasn't shit. Didn't have anything to do with that. That's on you. And I don't give a shit about your letter. What is that letter going to do? Is going to bring back all the Yemenis that have been starved to death, that got cholera, that were killed with your bombs? That's going to bring them back to life? You should be in fucking jail. You should be in front of a fucking war crimes tribunal, you motherfucker. What is that? You commit massacres and then you're like, oh, we're sorry. And by the way, it's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. What? Oh my God. Yo. And the rest of the article, not a word about Iran. You don't think that the goddamn Secretary of State, your chief diplomat, you're not going to talk about Iran after Mike Pompeo has, slapped a gazillion sanctions on Iran and referred to them as the world's leading state sponsor of terrorism. And after the Trump administration assassinated Soleimani, and, now Fakhrizadeh, the nuclear scientist, has been killed by Israel, most likely with advanced knowledge, the U.S. having advanced knowledge. You just said in the title, this guy is a sharp break from the Trump era. Where is it? Where is it? How are you not talking about Iran? How the fuck are you telling me about this dumbass playing the guitar, but you can't talk about Iran, which is one of the biggest foreign policy issues? What garbage is this? This is toilet paper. There are fucking high school kids who could do a better job than this shit piss poor attempt of an article. This is trash. Trying to rehabilitate war criminals? Oh man. We're not done. We're not done.